Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss few Python tips that would help you while writing code in daily life. Like sometime it happens that you have to do a certain kind of job, and we follow a typical uh, way of writing code to get that to achieve what actually our requirement is. So I have included few tips here. One is like, for example, let's say you want to check the memory of your object that you're using. So here we people are using either list, tuple, dictionary, set, some kind of objects that we people are using just to store our data. So using sys, we can check the memory size of your object. So here I have imported that sys module, and I have created four, object. One is list, tuple, and set and dictionary. And the same data I have put it there, and using sys get size of, we can check what is the size that internal memory is utilizing for that particular object. So here, just define those, and then sys dot get size of, and you pass the object, and here it goes. So we are having the different size of list, tuple, set, and dictionary. You can see it from here. The minimum goes for tuple, and the maximum goes for dictionary. Dictionary is kind of a key value pair. So this is something like that. And other tip, like for example, we know that we basically use if else statement, and we use comprehensions as well to, to put conditions in a single line of code. But still you can write if else statement in single line like this in your day-to-day coding activities. Like for example, we want to check it like certain condition, we have passed one variable for math marks, we have given it, and we have applied a condition here in this line, and the output after applying that condition, what could be the outcome if that is true or that is not true. So we have listed, it's quite similar to the if else that you apply in comprehension, but you can directly do it that as well. So let's say if marks greater than this, marks not, it should be math marks, because that's the variable. So we're going to pass it here. If your math marks greater than 33, then got pass in maths, otherwise got fail in math. So that's the first. And the second is you have used English marks as a different variable. You pass 30, and if your marks in English is greater than 30, then you got pass, otherwise you got fail. So once you run it, you see that your if else statement is working perfectly fine based on the condition that you have applied. So you can use if else statement in single line as per your requirement in your daily activities. Other tip is like you see that we have a predefined, you must have heard about Python map, filters, zip, and other predefined methods available. So here Python filter is there, that what it does, it gives sequence with the help of a function that you test. So and it gives you the output in terms of true and false, and it still, if you want to extract all the truths, you can apply list out of the filter function, and you will get the exact output. So what we did here, like there is a list in which I have mentioned the age of certain people, and I wanted to apply a condition, and to apply a condition, I have written one lambda function in which if age is less than 18, so then only I'm going to put that into the minus category. Otherwise, it will not. I mean, those ages will not into the minus one. So you can have some other functions as well. So here I have applied it, and if you check the type of minors, it will give you the it's a filter, and to get that outcome, to get all the true out of that, you can have this list outside this variable that you have put it on after creating the filter. So this way you can simply get this. Next example that I have used here, yes, that you can check directly if you don't apply the check the type of the minors. That the one way you can apply list later to get the true value, and you can apply that list outside the filter function as well to get to do the particular stuff in one line. So what it will do first, it will, based on this condition, it will generate true and false for the above value. Like for example, that is less than 12, so that will be false. this will be true and this will be false and something like this based on this condition. And if you apply list outside this filter, then you will be having all the truths filtered out of this, the condition that you applied on using the lambda function here, right? So that is the one tip. You can use filter gracefully like this to filter out your true cases and all. Other one is like you can simply remove, in case you want to remove duplicate from list, what you can do, you all know that set is a combination of, you know, unique records. We cannot have duplicacy in set, and it's in so you can apply set to filter out that the uh, unique records out of that. We want to remove the duplicacy, but you need to be careful, like the list that you have used, that should be a same data type. Or sometime when you're having a mixed data type like character string and the numeric float as well, so sometimes set is not properly working in that case, so you have to be careful. Otherwise, if it is a list kind of a similar data and you want to remove the duplicacy, you can simply apply set out of this list and then again create a list altogether. So you will be having all the unique records. It will remove the duplicacy from your list where you have certain duplicate values. You can see that here. Other tip is like Python dict function is quite helpful whenever, let's say, you have two different list, and what you want to do, you want to combine the corresponding elements from a multiple list to single. So the zip is the easiest way. So I am doing it with two way here. One is using for loop that we basically does what we does. Let's say these are two lists and I want to create another list by combining these two lists where I will be having this and the value of this is this, something like that. So once I run it, I can simply use a for loop on the length of this name, and then I can create a temporary variable where I'll be storing each element which is there in the names, and then on top of these each element I can keep appending the uh, iterating over the other list which is age. So I will be having this output. So what I did, I have created a kind of object in which I'm having all the first values as a single row. That's what you can see. Exactly the same thing you can do with zip function as well. So what you can do in zip, you can simply mention those two lists all together. These two lists are there outside that you have applied a dict function and you're using a for loop, and directly you can mention the what you want to do it. So this is how you can do it. Maybe you have a dictionary. In dictionary we can do it like extracting only keys and values or a key value pair. So you can do that way too. If that is a list, then zip is quite helpful to do that. So this is how you can do it. Next tip is, like, for example, you want to combine that you have a data in a different form, like we have list one, we have set, and another we have tuple. So we want to put that into a single list. So astrick symbol is quite helpful in that case. So that will do that, make our job quite easy to append all the data into one particular list. So this is what I did. I have combined that list. So I created an empty list, and now into that I have mentioned all the objects with asterisk symbol and separated by comma. So what it will do, it will take all the A's, the list of A, all elements from A, and the B and C, and put it into a same list, and it will go to the combined list. So this is how it goes. So that's it for today. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye-bye. I'll see you in next video.